the Knicks got nothing done, considering Julius Randle was reportedly talking about getting out of New York?
I'm not surprised because when you're looking at both of these teams, they really don't have a lot of tradable assets because you got to remember salaries have to match up or get in within a certain percentage. It's not you just wanting to trade a player, but where can that player potentially land? We talked about Russell Westbrook potentially landing somewhere. Who wants that contract? We talked about Julius Randle. Where is he going to land with his contractual situation? Now, if you're talking about, R.J. Barrett, if you're talking about some of their younger players, they haven't done a really nice job developing some of their young players. They haven't been able to get enough court time with Quickly and guys like Obi Toppin. It's hard to develop a trade scenario and also complete it. Fortunately, with Philadelphia and the Nets, it was a perfect scenario. But when you don't have teams like that, look at Damian Lillard, stuck in basically purgatory in Portland. But it takes another team to be able to that salary also have parts or players that particular team want in return. So trades are not easy. I know we do a lot of trades on social media and online, but it doesn't work like that in the real world. We're talking about human beings. We're talking about players and general managers and owners that all have to agree upon this. And it's not as easily done as we talk about here in the media. I've been in those situations before. I've been in the war rooms, even for drafts and trades, and it really is harder than what is said publicly.
Knicks fans certainly were lobbying for Damian Lillard or even Zion Williamson, even with that situation going on in New Orleans. But maybe they'll have to wait another day. They're going to have to wait till the offseason at this point. Knicks are just outside the play-in scenario in the East, while the Lakers sit ninth in the West, 4 games under 500. Avery, they couldn't get anything done at the deadline. Is this an indictment on the season for the Lakers?
Well, it's not just an indictment on the season. It's basically an indictment on we don't want the personnel that you're offering up in the trade. Sure, they did a trade, a week or two ago with Atlanta. Kevin Knox Jr., went to Atlanta. But at the end of the day, what you think are your valuable assets are not as valuable to other teams. And now you're in a situation where the city was on fire last year. The Garden was just jumping. Even though you lost to Atlanta in the first round, you made a significant step forward. And now you've made 2 significant steps backwards. And I know the fans are not as excited. There's a lot of apathy and unrest there in terms of the fans. Julius Randle has gotten in the confrontations with fans. That's a no-no. It shows you the cyclicalness of sports. Tom Thibodeau was in the Coach of the Year conversation last year. Now, fans are upset because they can't score and maybe they're too defensive minded. That shows you that there's cycles of seasons, cycles of games, and you got to be able to ride the down cycle as much as the up cycle, especially when you're in professional sports.
All right, when you look at all the trades that were completed at the deadline, who won the day? A team, a player? Who in your mind won the day?
The Brooklyn Nets won the day. Now, we don't know what that's going to mean in terms of, having an opportunity to compete for a championship. Because Kyrie Irving and his, status with, being unvaccinated, you don't know if New York's going to relax the rules. Al Bill Ryder reported earlier that maybe they're going to relax the restrictions. We don't know. But if Kyrie Irving is available full-time, both for home games and road games, Ben Simmons comes out and get back to his old self combined with what we're hearing new. I texted with Rich Paul earlier. He said Ben Simmons is ready to go. That team is going to have an opportunity to compete for a championship. They have shooting. Now they have defense. Andre Drummond coming in when they want to play big against teams like the Philadelphia 76ers. I really believe that the Brooklyn Nets won the day.
I feel like your catchphrase, your slogan, needs to be sent to Kyrie Irving. Your best ability is your availability. Kyrie, this is for you, right? I mean, you want to win a title? Get it going here. So there you go. Avery Johnson always winning the day here on CBS Sports HQ. Thank you, my friend.
Thanks, Hakeem.
All right, so here's a look at the odds to win the NBA championship. And after the blockbuster trade between Brooklyn and Philadelphia, the 76ers moved from 12-1 to 7-1. You see them right there with the Bucks, the reigning NBA champs, while the Nets still remain the favorites at plus 425, followed by the Warriors at plus 450.
Do you want a sports network that delivers everything that matters about the game? The highlights, the picks, the instant analysis, no yelling, no fake debates, no politics. Hit the subscribe button and never miss a moment.